Hey, what's going on, everybody? Let me tell you 5 things in 10 minutes on how to win evangelistically post pandemic. Number one, preach to both the online audience and the people in person in your church. This seems so simple, but I see so many people not doing this intentionally. They greet people online in the beginning of the service and then they forget they exist. So there's no interaction during the song service. There's no interaction during the time of the offering. There's no interaction during the message. You have to preach intentionally to the people on the other side of the camera and the people that are in your building. Number one. Number two, this is something that we are including in our evangelistic series right now. And I love it. And it's been great. Let me tell you how we used to do evangelism. We had a mini concert. This is the program of evangelism. We had a mini concert. Then we had local legends when we honored somebody from the community that was doing great work. Number three, I would preach. Then after the sermon, I would make an appeal and that would be over. Now we have incorporated a section at the end called questions and answers. And this is not your average quiz that you quiz them on that night's topic from the night before. No, this is live and in person. After I preach, I sit down and the local pastor and we answer questions from in-house and from online. It's a great way of interacting. They're hot, they're in the moment. They want to discuss what we talked about that night, that moment. Great way to connect with your community. Question and answer, period, at the end of your message. Number three, a great way to connect with people evangelistically is to give away a free resource they can download. If you don't have a free resource you can give, I will give you a free resource. I have written a book that I will send to you for free. All you have to do is go to my YouTube channel, send me a message, say, Pastor Roger, I'm here in your YouTube channel. I've subscribed. I'm here in your YouTube channel, and I want that free resource that I can give away to any guest that attends my church or that has anything that has to do related to my church. Please send me that free resource. You put your email there, or you send me an email, or you send me a text. You know how to find me. I'm on social media, and I will send you a free resource. It's amazing how much people are willing to give away their information if you give away a free resource. You're trying to get people's information. It's harder to do online than it is in person when they're there, and there's that deacon or deaconesses that won't let them go anywhere. You have one in your church. They never leave and they never die. They're always there. You have that deacon or that deaconess that will not let the person go. Online, they're easier to get away, but people respond to free stuff. So what are you giving them? I'll give you one of my books so you can give it away to them for free. It won't cost you anything. All right. My other books you can buy, but that one is for free. Number three. Number four. I think this is a conversation about measurables that we need to have in the church. So what do we measure, right? The 3 B's: budgets, butts in the seats, and baptisms, right? So how many people come to church, how much money's coming in, and how many people have been added to the church that year. Another B can be buildings, right? So what's the capacity of your building? The operating word here is not just attendance, it's engagement. How do we move people from attendees, the era of people just coming to church and sitting down and listening to a presentation and having no interaction with the preacher, is over. That's why I implemented this question and answer. Man, I just stumbled onto something that was amazing. The engagement. Oh, like, how is he going to answer? What's going to happen? It's not just a one-way communication. It's a two-way. People can ask questions. You have to be ready for the questions they're going to ask. And it's fine to say, I don't know the answer to that particular question. So we have to ask ourselves, Since this is not an interruption but a disruption, what are the measurables? Instead of just measuring views on YouTube or views on Facebook, we have to ask ourselves, how do we engage our people who are our greatest resource? The age of sending out flyers. And by the way, I've said things that work. Let me tell you what does not work is to just send out flyers. Right? People are overloaded. When you make a flyer, this is another practical one. You make a flyer, make it simple, clean. Don't put millions of things inside a flyer. It's a conglomerate of things with artwork from 1992. Your people are your greatest resource. So instead of sending out flyers, send your people. What is the process that you have to engage your people? And number 5, this is a brand new resource. I want to put a tool in your hands. If you are a member of the Southern Union family, this resource is for free. It's called RAMP. RAMP means R, research, A, avoid, M, minister, and P, prepare. What does that mean? There are people that have gotten through in the pandemic and before, they have gotten off the gospel highway. You need to reconnect them. How do you do that? This free resource, if you're a member of the Southern Union, outside, you have to buy an advent source. If you're a member of the Southern Union, check out the videos. They're on my YouTube channel. They're for free. But the book itself, that you can take your church through it in a month, right? Or a sermon series that you can do on this concept. We're trying to reconnect people. We're not missing members because nobody's missing. But evangelistically, one of the best things you can do is to reconnect people to the church. I just finished a series where we did 100% virtual and 100% in person. And one of the things that we noticed during that series is there were people who were watching online first that at the end of the week showed up to church on Sabbath. That's why the front entrance of your church is not in your building, it's online. So I have to ask myself, since it's online, what type of online content am I putting in my Facebook page, in my YouTube page? Because if all you do in your YouTube page, in your Facebook page is advertise, 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 advertise. If people show up to your YouTube page or your Facebook page, your social media page, and all you have there is a stream of announcements, it's like a constant infomercial. You want to be intentional, evangelistic, not only talk about the stuff that is happening, come to this, support this, give to this. But here's what we're doing for the community. Here's how we're blessing the community. Here's the value that we're adding to the community. If you meet a need, you always have a public. If you meet a need, you always have an audience. If you meet a need, you'll always have people you can work with. So we created this resource called RAMP to help your church reconnect people after the pandemic. Wesley Knight, Richie Halverson, Lola Moore, and yours truly, each of us did a chapter, put it on video. Check out the YouTube channel. You can see the videos there. And the book is free for Southern Union churches because we are intentional and we want to be intentional on reconnecting the people that God misses the most. So those are 5 things you can do to help your church succeed evangelistically post-pandemic. Check me out on Instagram, on YouTube. Let's connect. If you have any questions, you have any comments about what I said, let me know. Let me know how I can bless you. Let me know how I can bless your ministry and your efforts for the Lord. See you again. And remember that if God is for us, those who are against us are wasting their time.